Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. My name is Lay. I'm a mother of two and we are a family of four on a financial journey of becoming completely debt-free, where we take you guys step by step and payment by payment along the way. We share our budgeting journal, cash stuffing, debt and savings updates, and showing that you become debt-free, especially with children, young children at that. I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. And showing the motherhood side of a budgeting/financial journey. If you're new to this channel, thank you so much for clicking on this video, and I really hope you enjoy this content and decide to stay. And if you guys are returning, thank you guys so much for your continued support as we navigate through this journey. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about all things money and all the things that we've actually cut out of our budget to save money. These 10 things we did and are doing along our budgeting journey have saved us thousands. And so I really hope this video is beneficial to you and kind of give you some thoughts and insight to maybe some things you haven't thought about. As always, you guys, when I write, I do write at an angle. And so once I'm done, I will flip it over. So the very first thing that we stopped purchasing is cable. So we cancel. /streaming. Okay, so cancel cable /streaming services. This is what I will say with this one. If there is a streaming service, for example, for us, we use Hulu a lot. That is our streaming service of choice. It doesn't make sense for us to have Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, all those other streaming services if we're just using it, one of them primarily. Or I know a lot of people, they purchase a streaming service for one particular show or one movie, and that can be a lot. So if that's something that you do, I know I follow this girl, I want to say, I don't remember her name. But what she does is that she'll cancel her streaming services as the seasons come out. So she'll watch certain seasons on different streaming services. And then once that season or show is completed, she'll cancel it and then get a new one. For us, we canceled, I believe, like 3 or 4 of them. But we were able to, we're on like a family plan with people. So we're still able to use that. As you guys know, we don't pay for any of our streaming services. We're on people's family plans. And then we just have to pay for our Xbox subscription. But in the past, we were paying for multiple streaming services like Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, all the ones. And so even $10, $15 a month, you guys, it does add up. That's a minimum, an extra $120 a year that you're able to put back in your pocket and make it work for you, or put it towards something that you value. The second thing is to cancel delivery services. So when COVID happened, or when the pandemic happened, we were using a lot of delivery services like Amazon Prime, Walmart Plus, Target had their own, which I think was called Ship It. And so those cost money. Those cost, like, I know Target's was $9.99 a month. Amazon Prime was through your membership, so you could pay the annual fee or you could pay monthly. And we just stopped doing that. Amazon Prime was the first one that we canceled as far as delivery-wise services, because I realized I was being programmed to think that I had to have everything quicker. I had to have everything fast, and it was worth that price. But really, going back to my word of the year being intentional, if I had planned out this better, or if I had put it on my calendar and made sure that I was prepared for it, 2-day shipping wouldn't have been a make or break it thing. And now I believe that they don't offer that anymore. Same thing with Target and Walmart, where my location that I live, they offer pickup orders. So I don't even have to go into the store. I can just order online, drive in my car, and they'll load it up for me. And so again, taking some of those convenience out and putting in that little extra work, or just pre-planning it. If you are ordering something online, making sure that it's on your calendar, making sure that it's planned for, you have adequate time to be able to make sure it gets to you on time. Now, of course, things come up and things happen, but should be a one-time thing for us. It shouldn't have to be on a routine monthly bill or monthly service that we're purchasing. Number 3. This one, remove save cards from apps or devices. This one is probably the one that has been the most beneficial to me because of that convenience. I'm an iPhone user, and so as simple as you want something, pretty much everything takes Apple Pay. And if you're scrolling on the internet, you're scrolling on Instagram, a lot of these social media apps now have a section where small businesses or businesses can display their object or their product, display their product, and it's a simple, easy checkout. You don't have to go through those pages and pages of logging all your information. If your card is saved, you just click the button and it's instantly purchased. And so if you're somebody who is having a bad day like me and a small purchase makes you feel better or kind of increases that, removing all your cards is the easiest way for me personally to avoid impulse purchasing. And it makes me know, hey, like, if you really want this item, you're going to have to go into your wallet, you're going to have to get your card out and really think this purchase through. It takes out that instant purchasing, and it really helps me think through that purchase. Even if it's for a minute or two longer, it's not instant and it's not available and it's not as convenient, but that is what I need to really think through my transactions and my purchases and make sure that it aligns with my goals and where I want my finances to be at. The 4th one is shop store brands or discounted stores. So if you guys are new to this channel, I absolutely love couponing. I find couponing almost as a game. I think it's really exciting to see how much you can save. And so a lot of the stores that I shop at, for example, Safeway, I get a lot of their store brand because the coupons can work with it. And also store brands are generally cheaper depending on the item than the name brand food items. Also, depending on where you live, you may have a discount store. For us, we have something called Grocery Outlet. And what ours look like is it's items that either the packaging is damaged or the item is getting close to expiration. It's not expired, but it's getting close to expiration. And so they have them on a really, really good discount. And if you're somebody like me who shops for groceries frequently, I go grocery shopping every week. So if you're somebody like me who shops weekly, that may be more beneficial to you because you know it's on a discount and you know that you're going to be able to utilize the product before the expiration date. And what I really like about these stores that I mentioned in particular is that your receipt, it will actually say how much you saved and your percentage that you saved, which I really, really like. And then the 5th thing I stopped buying is prepackaged food/water. So I don't know how many times you guys go to the grocery store or convenience store and see a sandwich, just like a normal deli sandwich for $9, $10, $11. That was my wake-up call. I had went into the office, I want to say a week or two ago, and I had forgotten to pack a lunch. And so I was like, okay, I'll just run into Fred Meyer's, not a big deal. A deli sandwich, you guys, was $9.49. I was absolutely floored. There was nothing special about this sandwich. It wasn't using any specialty meats or anything like that. It was just the convenience of it. Same thing with waters. If you go to the zoo or you go to, what do we have in Oregon? OMSI or anything like that, waters are easily $4 to $6. And that is absolutely just mind-blowing to me because you're just paying for the convenience of the item. So what I like to do is if I'm going on any event or any trip, especially with our children, I like to stop at a grocery store before if I was unable to do it in my pickup orders or in my weekly grocery shopping. I like to stop at a grocery store and I like to bring water bottles. Even if, let's say for some reason aren't able to fill up it with water, we at least have the bottles. In a lot of restaurants or a lot of stores, especially where we live, they have those dispensers where you just put your water bottle under there and it automatically fills it. So again, that convenience aspect, you'll notice the theme with all of these. Once I stopped paying for convenience, it has been really beneficial financially. Now, of course, there's going to be situations where you need to buy the water bottle, you need to buy that food, or you need to buy something that's prepackaged. That's okay, but getting out of that habit where it has to be everything all the time. Number 6, low quality items. And I'll expand on this one. So when I say low quality items, I mean anything. For example, I'm thinking Dollar Tree or Dollar General. Those dollar toys that you know they're going to break in 5 minutes. You know it's going to lose its pieces. You know that tool that you bought is going to break, or those nail clippers will break, or whatever it is. Just those low quality items because they're cheap. Or because they're inexpensive. So there are definitely some items, like especially when I go to Dollar General on Saturdays or Dollar Tree, where I know it's a great deal. And there's some things where you can tell the quality is just not there, but somehow you convince yourself because it's only $1.25. You kind of have this rational thinking in your head, okay, well, if I go to Home Depot, it will be $10. And if I go here, it will be $1.25. And in some cases, that $1.25 is the better deal, but not in a lot of them. So definitely doing your research when it is those lower quality items to make sure that it's going to stand the test of time. And then number 7, not using this one, you guys, not using cashback services. If you're unfamiliar with what Ibotta is, Fetch Rewards, essentially what these things are is you're scanning your apps. They could be physical receipts, they could be electronic receipts, and you're scanning them and you build points that you can use for gift cards. And I'm talking about you can use them for Amazon, Starbucks, Target, whatever stores that you normally use. And you already spent the money, so why not get cash back for those items? A lot of times they can run promos. So for example, if you buy a certain brand, you get extra points. Now, I don't make my grocery list based off of these. It just so happens to be a surprise when it does take place. But those cashback services, you guys, I think right now in my Fetch Rewards, I have like $48. But I'm just going to keep using that until Christmas. And then I'm going to use that money to help purchase Christmas gifts or things that I need for the holidays. So definitely check those out. I know a lot of people have referral codes, which means that if you use somebody's code, you get some extra money and they do as well. I personally do not have one. I'm sure I could find one if needed, if you guys need one. But I know there's a lot of people that do offer theirs, especially if you're new to them. I personally really like Fetch Rewards. I know a lot of people like Ibotta. I like Fetch just because it's super easy, super straightforward. You scan the receipt, and every day that you scan a receipt, they actually have this little wheel that you can spin and you get potentially more points in that day. Okay, the next thing is buying things only because they are on sale. I'm thinking of those clearance items. I'm thinking of those sale items. I cannot tell you guys how many times I rationalized a purchase saying, well, 60% off, or it was 80% off. This is such a steal. And my husband comes back and he's like, Lay, when are you ever going to use this item? And I explained, well, it's such a good deal that I'll find a way. I know we'll use it eventually. Those things are pretty much always the things that I end up donating, the things that I end up getting rid of, because I don't buy it with a purpose. I just bought it because it was a great deal. Now, there are some things that if you're eyeing something and then it goes on sale or goes on clearance, yes, absolutely. But I'm talking about when you go into Kohl's and you're doing an Amazon return and they just so happen to have all their clearance section right by there. Those are what I'm talking about. Things that you're not being intentional with your spending. You're just buying because it's such a great deal and you don't want to miss out on the deal, even though you may not use the item. Number 9. This one, you guys, is super funny because my family actually makes fun of me a lot for it, is phone upgrades. So I actually have an iPhone 6 and my phone it has cracks on it. I have cracks, scratches, everything you can imagine, but my phone's paid off. And I worked really, really hard at the beginning of our financial journey to pay my phone off. And there's no better feeling than having a paid off phone. Now, I know my phone's eventually going to give out. Like the cracks are getting wider and wider. Pieces of my phone are falling out. My screen protectors can only do so much. But this brings up the point of the phone upgrades. I know so many people that every year they have to have the newest of the new and the best of the iPhones or the Samsungs or whatever that phone product of your choice is. Every year there's an upgrade. And it's just so conveniently that every year these cell phone carriers make your phone eligible for an upgrade. And you're now paying $60, $80, $90 extra a month for a phone that may have better features and the features may be beneficial to you. But a lot of times they're really similar, especially if you're upgrading annually. Now, if you're going from somebody like me with an iPhone 6 to maybe the newest iPhone, I am sure you're going to see a lot of differences. But I'm also not on my phone like that, you guys. I don't use my phone for all of the features that it has available. I'm not a texting person. I'm very much a phone call person. So for me, the phone that I have, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what phone I have as long as it does what it needs to do. And the last thing is replacing lost / misplaced Okay, so the last thing is replacing lost / misplaced items. I cannot tell you guys how many times this happened before we got serious about our organization in our home. The amount of nail clippers I bought, chapsticks, what else? Phone chargers, especially. Constantly replacing things because we're constantly misplacing them or losing them. And getting an organizational thing in place where I have all of our keys in one section, all of the wallets, everything that you need when you walk out the door in a section, all the electronic cords and everything neatly organized over here. So having everything organized and set in place has saved us so much money. I cannot even explain how many phone chargers I have purchased before we purchased our home and got that organizational thing in place. So these are the 10 things that I stopped buying or stopped doing to save money. If you guys have any of these things or other things that you did that have helped you save money along your financial journey or anything I may have missed, be sure to leave those in the comments. You guys, as always, this community is so supportive, and I know if I miss something and it's something that you do, that somebody else will find it just as beneficial. So be sure to leave that in the comments. As always, you guys, if you're in a financial journey as well, please let me know in the comments because I love to support you in your journey, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.